Hey everybody, it is Todd and Kathy. We're back with another video diary. It's been a little while since our last one. We've been on the Celebrity Millennium for 2 weeks now, crossing the Pacific, and we were going to invite everybody in to learn about what's it like living on the boat. How are things on here?
I'm on a
Because
boat.
it's very different than normal.
Yeah, to say the least. We thought we'd just kind of take you through like a typical sea day because we've spent most of our days at sea. So that kind of would give you a good idea. So yeah, our mornings start pretty early. Like a good morning, we slept until about 6, maybe 6:30. But most mornings we were up between 5 and 6. There were some mornings as we got more westbound that the sun actually rose about 4:30. So there's just only so late you can sleep. Plus, Abby Kate had a little trouble adjusting. We would get up in the morning, and the great thing about Celebrity cruise ships, and I think most cruise ships, is you can put out the little placard at night, and they will bring you coffee and a little bit of breakfast to your room. So we would get that nice and early so that we could have some coffee, and then the buffet, or we would go to the dining room. Opened at 7:30. So by 7:30, we round up all the kiddos and head up to the dining room. They have eggs Benedict, they have waffles, all the good stuff.
Yeah, we really enjoyed that. And so the other fun thing about that was that sometimes when we were sitting there having breakfast, one of the boys would get started on their homework, or schoolwork for the day, I should say. And that helped kind of knock out two birds with one stone.
Yes.
Which was the next part of our morning, really, was making sure that their school was underway.
So we would move from the dining room to just whatever area we felt like that day. Sometimes we did schoolwork in front of the big panoramic windows. Sometimes we sat at a big table in the wine cellar, just trying to pick different places, wherever the boys felt like, just to kind of make it fun. And I would give the boys, usually some instruction on whatever was new for the day, and then they do most of their work independently. And then I do most of Abby Kate's schoolwork one-on-one. So she needs a lot of instruction still because she's learning to read and learning to write all of her letters. So most of our time is spent one-on-one. And I would say schoolwork typically takes at least 2 to 3 hours a day. And camp has a session between 9 and 12. So if they get done with their schoolwork in time, then they could go to camp. Like if they get done before 12, then they could go up to camp for some of the morning. So that was a good, I guess, enticement to, focus on their work and get that done.
Yeah, the kids' camp is a lot of fun for them. It's got activities, it's got sports, it's got some video games, it's got crafts, just every little thing they want to do, and some of the best camp counselors that the kids could have possibly had. Our kids were 3 of only 10 kids on the entire crossing this time, and 2 of the kids didn't seem to really take advantage of the kids club that much, so they had tons of attention on them, and it was great because they also have made little friends up there that they've been able to play with and get close with, and it's just been a really good thing. So they'll do the kids camp until lunch.
Yeah, if they go up there in the morning, they stay till lunch, and then Todd does some work back in the room. And if they go up to camp, that's a good time for me to do laundry or just work on computer work or whatever I need to do. Then we pick them up at noon and we go to lunch. And we've tried lunch both places. We've tried the buffet, we've tried the dining room. We usually end up in the dining room. Most of all because they're really nice to us there.
They are. Having little kids, it's nice just to have the food come to you as opposed to elbowing your way through the buffet line for 5 people.
And they'll pretty much bring the kids whatever they want. So the kids could get a hamburger or they could get grilled chicken or something off the menu. But anyway, the dining room staff has just been amazing to us. So we would go up there most days. Then we usually took a rest because camp was closed. And it was just a good time for some downtime, especially because we've been going since early in the morning. So sometimes we would just kind of all pile in one room and take a chill. Then if they were ready, they could go back to camp at 2, and there was a session from 2 to 5. But you could also go swimming in the afternoons. The indoor heated pool was only for adults except from 3 to 6. So sometimes we would go out to the pool and swim, or sometimes they might have some sort of special activity.
Yeah, because the indoor pool was the only way to do it on this northern Pacific crossing. It was rather chilly and blustery outside, which was unique in itself and kind of fun. But yeah, indoor pool's where it's at. So while the kids would be back in that afternoon session, if they went up there, generally I would get back on work for a little while. Kathy would do cleaning up around here, whatever needed to be done, prepping for school the next day.
Yeah.
Like we mentioned, that laundry that somehow doesn't do itself. I figured it would, but it didn't. She handled all that.
2 rooms to clean is,
Yeah.
I'm not having to clean them, but I have to tidy them up.
Yeah, we have to tidy them up because the stewards have been amazing, and they are just fantastic as far as taking care of all those other needs. So then dinner time would roll around. We were having dinner around 5:15 again because we were getting up early, and because the kids' club afternoon session ends at 5. More times than not, we went to the dining room.
Yeah, but dinner we get the same. We could get the same waiter every night.
Yes,
and we really liked our waiter. He's so nice.
And they learn what you like. They bring you your drink before you ask.
The kids, like Abby Kate, wants lemonade, and so every night we go there, and it just shows up. And they bring an iced tea for Todd. They bring, they know exactly how the kids. They know they want green beans and broccoli. Anyway, it makes life easier. They know Jackson has a peanut allergy. Like, we don't have to explain these things over and over.
So after the dining room, most nights there would be some sort of show on the ship. It could be a music show, magicians, acrobats, all sorts of other interesting type shows. Sometimes we would take the kids to it if we thought it was something that would interest them. If it wasn't, there was an evening session of the kids' camp from 7 till 10.
Right.
Again, camp for the kids. That's our favorite thing. And so they would be at that, and we would go see the show.
Shows, though.
Oh, yeah.
The shows have been really good on Celebrity.
They have been.
And the ones the kids they went to a couple of the productions that the crew here puts on, and they were really good. And then also the magician that they've got on board, and the acrobats, and then one of the musicians they went to as well. And they've all been really, really good.
Yeah.
The kids would usually scurry off to camp after the...
Again.
Yeah. And then sometimes we let them stay till 10, especially on the nights we were changing time, because since the time fell back, if we let them stay till 10, it's really only 9 p.m.
for the next day.
New time. Yeah, for the next day. So it kind of helped us maybe at least have them sleep till 5 or 6 instead of 4 or 5.
After that, everybody would sort of settle in for the day.
Or crash, as the case may be.
Right, except for me until about somewhere between midnight and 3 a.m. when I would get up for my work meeting calls. Yay. Hooray for Skype! But and for satellite internet on the ocean. Right. I was able to do all my work meetings in the middle of the night. And then we'd start the whole process over the next day.
The other families that are on the boat are also doing homeschool, so that has helped because they're doing school with their kids. Our kids aren't the only ones, who have schoolwork to do or things like that, lessons to do. So they've all got their responsibilities.
And we've gotten to know them. It's been real nice getting to know them. I mean, that's everything on a typical day. That's everything on a sea day, like we were saying. Obviously, port days were different, and we'll talk about those in another video diary. But, yeah, that's sort of our typical day on the boat.
But we miss you guys.
Yes, we miss everybody back home. So we will keep doing these. Like I say, we'll probably come back and talk about some of our stops on the next video, and we will talk to you then. Bye.